There. All right. We should be on Facebook now. So welcome everybody. How you doing? Okay, we have
We're awake.
know the feeling well. Okay, I think we have everybody. Well, they'll straggle in. Hi, Janet.
Hello, how are you?
I am good.
Great.
Right. One more to go. And we are live streaming, so we're good. I've got a sweater on because I'm freezing. So we don't know how to dress anymore. It's hot and cold and hot and cold. So anybody, let's see, we get people on Facebook already. Let's see. Yep. Okay, hi everybody. iPad, I take it as Pam. There's on whoever iPad is. It's usually Pam. So welcome everybody, and it's March, so hopefully everyone is doing well. Let's see. We got a lot to cover today, so I guess what we'll do is we'll start with our favorite part, show and tell. So if you have something for show and tell, I know Renee and Janet, I have photos, so I'll get you guys last. So Willetta, do you have show and tell?
Yes, I do. I have the shirt that I made.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
And
How long did that take to stitch? Wow.
also, not long. It's an applique.
Oh, it's
And
an
what I
applique.
did- Yeah, I cut it out and I trimmed around it. And then I just put the wording down the bottom.
Cool.
And I
Well-
also have my calendar.
Oh, yay. Oh, that's beautiful. That looks really good. I like that.
Did it for St. Patrick's Day. And I also did the variegated here, the variegated thread. And I used the what is that?
I forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the record to the cloud. Sorry, because what I'm going to do is after this is over, I'm going to download the recording and then I'm going to put it out to the club members as a private video so they can see everything. So
Okay.
usually for the public, I'm going to edit. Well, it's already loaded. So all the lessons are loaded to YouTube that anybody can see. But what we do, our show and tell, is just between us. So,
That's it.
oh, that's it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hey, Ernestine. You have anyone else have show and tell? Ernestine or Jane or Lee? Willetta. Okay, I got Jane. Jane, do you have show and tell? Okay. You have to unmute. So, well, anyway, we'll go ahead and do the videos then. So, or to the pictures. Let me load the pictures up. Let's see. Yeah, they're up. And let's see. Load the pictures. Okay, we'll start. Hang on a second. Let me share screen. And come on, silly thing. Share screen. Here we go. Okay. All right. Can you everybody see the picture?
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's Janet's. Go ahead, Janet. You want to talk about yours?
That's my March one, and it's the kites are an embroidery library design, and then I added the wording. That's a favorite saying in my family. So,
You didn't work, and there's her calendar. So
yeah, because the calendar says the month on it. I don't have to put that on.
yeah. Okay, and next we have Renee. This is one of Renee's.
Hooded towel for a friend who has now adopted twin boys and has a girl. That's so they all have the same thing. and now she's going to have 3 5-year-olds.
Mm.
So that's the first one.
Is that a soccer ball?
It is a soccer
Okay.
ball. The mom played soccer in college.
Is that a regular towel or one of those hoodie towels?
It's a hooded towel.
Mm.
Yeah, so you take a hand towel and make the hood, and then the rest is the bath sheet.
Oh, nice. And then here's another one. That must be another child.
That's one of the twin boys, Jameson,
Oh, wow.
and the
And
other one is Jackson.
So cute. And then I think that's a basketball also.
No, they're all soccer balls.
Although all soccer with a hat.
Yeah, with a hat
Okay.
on. Yep.
And then there's
And instead of buying gift bags that were $6.50, the tote bags are $5.99. So I just put something on them, just so that, it just gives them something to put the towels in, and they go to the beach or whatever.
Did you make the towels?
No, I bought them at Target.
Oh, okay.
The towels, I mean, it was like $5 for the towel and $3.50 for a hand towel. So
Yeah. No, I'm talking about and this must be your sewing room.
that is my sewing room.
There.
Yeah, no, I didn't make the tote
There we go.
bags.
Okay.
So the other thing that's going on is now everyone that's at the Pentagon in the JAG Corps have decided that that's what they want is their going away gift, instead of the picture of the Pentagon. So Michelle, and you remember Friday, I got a phone call from my daughter, and she was like, "Oh, they want to pay for me to do these now." So I had both machines going up at the same time doing them. But both the machines are down because they need heavy maintenance from Justin. Justin's coming Monday. But anyway, so you can't see the other thing I've been working on is those patches.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
Yes.
And then this was one of the Thursday nights from several weeks ago, and this was we did postcards one day, which I thought was fun to do. You can always go to either the old Facebooks to look at it, or this is the postcards are on the YouTube channel, which is So Easy Quilts. It's SOEASYQUILTS, all one word. There's no spaces, and you'll see the postcard. And so as a test, we sent it to Janet, who lives in lower part of Virginia, and it got there a little bit dirty, but it got there okay. So yes, you can actually make the postcards, and they actually can send them. You have to send them out as being hand stamped, which is a little bit, I think postcards are like 35 cents. I think this was like 80 cents to have it hand stamped. No big deal, but it's something to do with all the millions of designs we accumulate over the years. So, okay, that's it for stop share here. Stop share. Okay. And I'm back. And remove pin. Okay. All righty. So that's all I have. Did anyone else, Lee or Ernestine? Jane, do you have show and tell? No.
I do. I just don't know how to get my picture to come up, so I'll just listen. I mean, I can see you. I just don't know how to. I can't get it to turn around, so I'm just going to give up.
It can't turn around.
Down
It should be on the little at the
lower left.
lower left of the screen. There should be where it says stop or start video. There's a little arrow beside it.
I think mine's in my the start video. Is that what I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
it's
do?
on
Oh,
start
there
video.
I am. Okay, that was easy.
Yay.
Now I have
Got
to
it now.
go to my sewing room because I didn't think I would be able to do it. So hold on.
Now, where are you? Why am I not
Uh,
seeing you?
gnomes. And at Christmas time, I bought a gnome at TJ Maxx. And everybody that came into my house wanted it. So I've decided I was going to try to make it. All right, now.
There, okay. Can everybody see her?
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
In the way. I
She's
think.
moving, she's moving upstairs, it looks like.
No, I was moving downstairs and now I'm down here, but I just can't get the right angle for you
Ah.
guys to see.
Oh,
All right.
those are cute.
Anyway, that's the one I bought. So then I've been working on a pattern to make my own. And I don't know if you can see, it says it's always 5 o'clock at the North Pole. So my goal is to have 7 of these made by next Christmas. And instead of making the bottle, I'm just going to go to the ABC store and buy a miniature.
Yeah. We
So-
gotta go on a lot of airlines to get the miniatures.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, that's it.
Okay. Let's see, Ernestine, do you have show and tell or not? Let's see who else we have with Jane, Lee, Janet, and yeah, Ernestine. Ernestine, do you have any? No, or she's still muted, or you can unmute.
No, no.
Okay. Okay, my show and tell here is this month's calendar, and we're going to go over how I digitized it, and I have the video prepared. What you missed this last month, because I haven't done anything for me, for the house. But this is what we did this is what we're gonna do today, these 2 things. But we did, this is on there because St. Patrick's Day is Thursday, I think next Friday, I think.
Friday.
Yeah,
It is.
and so here's what we did, which was the chenille technique was kind of interesting. So we did that before. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, you missed last Thursday, 2 days ago, we did pressing. So that's on the YouTube. No, it's not on the YouTube video yet. I haven't edited it. So just to let you know, I've got over, I think I loaded 151 videos so far to the YouTube channel, so you can always go back and look at them. And they're on, like I said, the clubs are not on YouTube publicly. They're there, but I have to send out the links because those are all private. Okay, things that are going on in the store. I talked to Judy. Judy
Hang on
still
one second.
has 4 more puppies, so if anybody is interested in a Great Pyrenees puppy, they're absolutely gorgeous, but they're going to be rather big animals, like.
Yeah.
But they're so cute. So there were 10 puppies, but she's got 4 left. So if you want a puppy, contact Judy at her store. Let's see, what we have on sale at the store is a all design. You can either go online, or even better, either call Judy or call Chris Ann at the Arizona store. And because we have not quite figured out how to do the coupon thing yet on the website. So CDs, design CDs, you can look at the collection online, but you would have to call the store and they will mail them to you. There's 40% off design CDs in stock. All fabric is 30% off. So you might want to look at the fabric and then call her and then order it, and it's 30% off. And then all the books that we have also, they're all listed on the internet. Lily, get out of here. Sorry. Hopefully she doesn't walk her. Let me cover the keyboard because she likes to walk on the keyboard. So, what was I? Books are 25% off, and then they're all listed on the site. Okay, we have some new products are out. And one of them is, well, actually one new product is out. The other one we're not quite ready yet with, is that there is a new update. It's not update, or it's a design collection, background fills for the, get out of here, Lily. She's passed. Let me bring it up and I'll show you what they look like. Downloads the design suite. Okay. This is, let me get the other one up too. And honest to God, this cat's bad. It's just bad cat. All righty. Okay, she left. She stole something. I don't know what. What else is new? All right. Go back to Zoom and share screen. Okay, here is what the new software package does. It's a background fills that can go directly into the new Solaris upgrade. I don't know if they work on the Brother machines. I will have to call.
Somebody online bought them and put them on their Luminaire. So
And
as
it
long
works?
as it's a PLF file, it don't matter.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, okay. So they will work. They will work not only on the Solaris. So if you don't have the Solaris with the new upgrade, they will work on Palette 11. So if you have Palette 11, they also upload into there. And what it is there's a design suite that Mike and Patty, Marty, who's a teacher for Baby Lock, they came up with these designs and they've been working on them for quite a while, and you can order them. They'll be delivered in about 2 more weeks, but call the store. The price on it is $99, and Judy said she would give you a 10% discount on it if you call the store and order it. Let's see, also, let me see. It's got 20 different unique fills for the background, so that would, we have almost an endless amount that we can use now. 20, and then there's 20, I don't know what the companion motifs are, unique companion. Oh, I think you can turn the motifs are the run stitch, the decorative stitches that you can add. Those go.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I saw a picture, somebody had sewed them all out, and they're like not the 7mm, and like one of them had packages, another one had bats. They were like Halloween and Christmas themed, if I remember right. Really cute.
And then the new one, and then here's what they look like. Let me see if I can't make that bigger. I don't know. Did that get bigger for you, or is it just on my screen bigger? But this is what the patterns that are in there. The first 5 rows are the background fills, and then all of those decorative stitch motifs are on the right hand side. So they're not only just for, some of them are not just for a holiday, but right now I think she's got Halloween and Christmas, and I can't quite tell what some of them are. But if you want a closer look, I can send you this file so you can get a good look at it. So, okay, let's see. Stop share. Anything else? Oh, let's see. So that's it with things that are new at the store. We're getting, as soon as my book has been ordered for the IQ designer class that we want to do, which is a big workbook. And I think you have to buy the workbook, and it's like $249 for the book, and we're still waiting to see what's in it and how many classes we can get out of there. Hi Ray, hi Nanette, how you doing? So Nanette, did you have any show and tell? Let us know if you did. She just joined us. And we have Kathy Miller and Shirley Atenero and Leslie are all on Facebook. So welcome, guys.
No,
Okay.
I didn't have any show and tell this time. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Don't apologize. Okay, the other announcement that I have is Jane has sent out an email. If you signed up for the email, like a call list, I forgot, Jane, what we called it when we talked last night, that if your name is on the email list, you got an email from Jane probably yesterday. And one thing, she's got an Lissimo gold for sale, so contact her. If you don't have her email, give me a call or send me an email, and I will forward her address to you. And let's see, also, everyone has been asking to have a meeting in person. So the Wrote it down, the 22nd. Yep, 22nd of April, which is a Saturday. We're planning on meeting at Madigan's, which is across from the old store at 11 o'clock. It's a Saturday, so we'll meet for lunch. So here we go. And
The other thing about that, Jerry, we wanted to go back to that, you called it the So Creative Club contact tree.
That's
Basically, it was a thing that we sent around the last meeting at the store, but obviously a lot of people couldn't be there, but because of, legalities of what Jerry can share with us, we had to get people to say they wanted to be part of this group. So if you want to have your name and email and phone number added to it, would you send it to Jerry and let her know? And she will update it, or I'll be happy to.
Yeah.
Either way, Jerry, but I know several people that I talked to said, oh, I hadn't heard about it. And those were the people that I sent the email out to yesterday, because that was all I had. But I got a couple of bounce backs. One from
okay.
Taisha Banks back, and Josephine Polanco. And I thought it looks like it says PLANC 0.
Okay.
I tried that. It came back, and I tried it with Polanco, her name, and it still came back.
Okay. And the other one was who? Something Banks.
Taisha Banks,
Okay,
and
I'll
also
check and I'll.
Thornstead.
Who?
Alice Thornstead, down towards the bottom.
Okay,
So,
I'll
and then
check
the
those.
came back saying it was a temporary failure. Hadn't heard that one. It bounced back like 5 times during the night. So,
That's weird.
Yeah.
They might be on vacation or something, so,
yeah,
I
that
don't
could
know.
be. That could
Oh.
be.
Miss Marina, do you have any show and tell? She just joined us and she's still muted, but if you have any show and tell, if not, welcome. Okay, so if you are interested in going to the meeting on the 22nd, either email me or email Jane so we can get a head count, because we're not sure how many Madigans will let us have in there.
Okay.
So we'll see. Of course, lunch is on your own. I'm not paying for everybody's lunch. So. Okay, let's see. Anything else about, let's see, and the same thing for the Facebook ladies. Email me or Jane, and if you want to go to the luncheon. Just to let you know, I talked to Justin. Well, actually, we had lunch last week with Renee and Diane, Tamika, who else?
Robin,
And and Robin. Yeah, I think that was everybody.
Sandra.
And Sandra Carrillo, yeah. And so here we go. Here's Deb Edwards. Hey, Deb. Okay, so we had Justin even stopped by to visit us while we were at lunch. And just to let you know, his daughter is doing well. She's back at school. It was an in and out surgery. I don't know how you do heart surgery with an in and out same day surgery, but apparently they did. She had something funny about the blood supply to her heart, but she's only, 19 years old? She's really young. They think it was congenital, but she's doing well, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's see. Anything else? What else do I have on my notes to do? Oh, one other thing I just wanted to show you was, let me come over here and where is it? Here we go. This is well, it's a JPEG. This is the video. Let me hit the stop button, but stop and go to Zoom and share video. Okay, there. Okay, this is the March project for this Xandra Shaw. She's been doing a bunch of videos, or she's been doing some webinars that are like almost making a trim type project. One was cute, it was scissors, and those were paid. There were $5 for that webinar. I didn't get a chance to attend. I've been too busy. But this is this month's March project, which is talking about 3D, all using puffy foam. So here's the video real quick. It's a real short one.
Wow, qué pretty. Wow, those are pretty.
They are pretty.
Oh, very pretty. Very pretty.
Okay, that was it. Short. Unlike my videos, which go on forever and ever and ever. And let me unpin here. Alrighty. Okay, so I guess what we're going to start with is I'm going to talk about this one here, which was the video. I've got the video on how, oh, one thing before I go to these videos, I know if you come to my Thursday nights, you already saw this, but for all you guys who have sergers, this is a stitch that is not in your book. It's not in the workbook. It's not anywhere. So it's a new stitch, I guess somebody came up with, and it's fabulous. So let me get that going. And where did I put it? Flat lock wave stitch. And share screen. One of these days I'll get smooth at this, probably by the time I stop. Okay. All righty. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Come on, print. There. Here's the stitch you've been waiting for. This is the one that is not in our books. It's not on the Baby Lock YouTube channel that I know of. It might be in the Sew Ed pages. I'll give you the link in the description below to get to the Sew Ed. But this is the 3-thread flat lock wave. This is similar to the pin tuck. However, this is being able to do a total flat lock, where this is actually seaming it, but the flat lock, which means that that fabric will go nice and flat and be able to make the wave on the inside of a fabric, a full wave, without having a pin tuck. Okay. All right, so it's got some strange threading. If you want a PDF copy of this page to show you how to thread it, then send me an email request at waltzquilt@yahoo.com and I'll send you this page or the PDF of this page here. This is saying you have the O2 needle in, and that I do have. Blade length, stitch length is 1 to 3. I've got it at 0.5 because I like mine nice and, well, I'll go to 1. Okay. Stitch width is 3.5, which is the same thing as the M. No change there. Stitch selector is at D. Okay, because we're doing a flat lock. Wave selector is at wave. This is up. Blade position is engaged. Knife cover in the subsidiary looper is not engaged. Why? Because this is a 3-thread flat lock. We engage the subsidiary loopers when we have a 2-thread flat lock. Okay, so now the threading is odd. Okay, so this is the lower looper. It's going to go in as usual. Okay, so in as usual. Let me get my thread cradle. Lock my threading tubes down. Put this in here, lower looper. That's on lower. Okay. And this goes inside the loop as usual. And pull it through. So that presser foot is up. Okay, put that underneath. Hey, upper looper. Here's where we go weird. Okay, I'm using the woolly nylon again. And this time I am going, let's see, this is actually upper looper is in green. Okay, so it's going here. It's going to go into this third slot as usual. Okay. And this is going to go into the upper looper as usual. Again, I need the thread cradle. More. There we go. Okay, so far normal. So this is a normal wave stitch so far. There. Okay. Normal so far. Well, changes is what goes into the needle. So the needle has regular thread in it. And normally for the wave, we're going to put this in this fourth slot. For the flat lock, it's going to go into the number 2 slot, which is normally the lower looper. But instead, this is going to go up and around and into the needle. Okay, and braided it. That's what's nice about the Triumph is that you don't need this threading tool because it has jet air needle threading. Contact the nearest baby lock dealer or call the store at www.soeasysewing.com in Bristol. I'll leave the phone number in the comments below. You can either sew this with your fabric wrong sides together like that. I'll do one of each, or fold your fabric wrong sides together. And you're not going to cut it. The blade position doesn't matter. It can be locked or unlocked because you're not going to be cutting anyway. And I'm going to line up my fabric with this inner edge of this foot. Okay, so which is about with the first needle. Okay, just to the right of that first needle. I'm going to go a little wide, a little longer. Okay, and now the magic begins because with a flat lock, look at that, it opened up. Totally flat, looks like a whole different stitch. It almost looks like a zigzag with a line down either side of it. So it gives you a totally decorative stitch. It's absolutely wonderful. So now this time I'm going to try it again with the 2 cut ends. And again, I've got it wrong sides together. I'm going to put that blade back up because I do want it to cut this time. Okay, lower that presser foot and off we go. And sometimes it helps to give it a little bit of a firmness to the touch, pulling that fabric through. All right, here it's done. Oh, nice. See, it doesn't matter. It's a true flat lock, which is different than the pin tuck. Where'd the pin tuck go? Here it is. Here's the pin tuck. Okay. And here is the flat lock. I think the flat lock for this purpose looks much nicer. Let me put that back to a 1 and let's see what we get here. I'm going to do this again. This time, I'll let it cut over here. All right. I want to cut a lot. I want to cut all of that off. Okay. And here we go. This time is using the little bit. You know what? That looks really nice. Wow, I like that. Okay. Here it is with the narrower stitch. Or not narrower. This is the one with the shorter stitch length. And here it is with the wider stitch length. You get a longer pattern, but that looks really nice. I like that. So I hope you enjoyed the new stitch. See, isn't that a neat stitch? And I feel like we got one over on them because it's not in the book. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to show you the video on, this one is a little shorter, which is just stitching this because it's a combination. I've used a background fill for the quilting, and then it'll come here and show you how to do the digitizing or the on embrilliance. Bring it up. Okay, and back to share screen. So here's my March entry into the calendar girl challenge for the month of March 2023. And I've digitized this design. In a second, I'll show you how I stitched it out. And then after that, I'll show you how I digitized this. And so, but if you would like a copy of it, then send me an email request at waltzquilt@yahoo.com and I'll be happy to send it to you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to show you how I stitched it out, and I'm going to be using my Destiny. And then the second part of this video, I will show you how I digitized this design for you. I want to put a background fill in the middle of the whole field. So I have hooped stabilizer. I'm just using a cutaway, doesn't matter, or just any tearaway. This is a wall hanging, so I'm not worried about it being washed. Then I need to, then I put in batting, just some cotton batting, and of course my background fabric. And I'm using this in the 9.5 by 9.5 inch hoop. So I want to put a background fill in here. So I'm going to go to IQ Designer. I want my page here, that's the stamps that has the hoop sizes in it. So I'm going to select the hoop size first. And I need is the 9.5 by 9.5 and hit OK. Okay, I think it already comes in with a no-sew line. And I'm going to change the background display to the 9.5 by 9.5, just so that I can see what I'm doing here. Need to pick out a frame, so I'm going to go to my settings page here, pick out a background fill, and I'm going to go select. Let me just. I'll pick the Celtic one, which is number 15. Now remember, if you have the Solaris or the Luminaire, there is a new upgrade that has got a whole lot of holiday designs. Actually, I think it's for the Solaris only, but it has new designs. Look on the Baby Lock site and you'll see what is new. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that one. I'm gonna make it gold, or I'll make it red so you can see it. And I want to flood the inside. Okay. I'm going to go to next. I'm just going to accept the defaults. And then I want my outline on. And this time I also want it to be bigger, 100%. So I'm going to maybe go, let's see what 150% looks like. Yeah, I think that looks kind of good. It's going to give it a frame. Remember, we're going to have a circle in the center of this design. That might look very good. So I'm going to go to set, okay, and send it to embroidery. Now I've loaded my machine with gold, silver, metallic, variegated metallic thread that I put in the needle. Got regular bobbin thread in the bobbin. And I'm going to change my speed so that it's down to the slowest speed. And I'm going to reduce my tension a little bit. I've got my tension down to about 3. Okay, so now this is ready to stitch out. There's my background. So I want to add my design in there. So I'm going to hit add, and here it is. Okay, and set. And it's right in the middle. That's pretty much what my design is going to look like finished. Okay, so let's go ahead and stitch it in embroidery. All right, lower the presser, oh, I already threaded it. Lower my presser foot and off we go. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and stitch this off camera. I'll be right back. All righty, I finished stitching this out. The problem with this metallic thread is that it's very old metallic thread and it's really pretty. It's Madeira's called Astro One, and it's got 4 colors in it. It's got copper, blue, silver, and gold in it. It really did a nice effect. It really turned out nice. There's the stitching. Turned out nice, but I could feel that it was very, very wiry, and therefore it was very difficult to stitch with. It kept breaking. What I did to counteract that is I literally had to babysit the thread. I had to hold it down here, like this is the black. I had to literally hold it and guide it in so that it would stay straight, because it was so old and curly that it kept twisting and knotting. So that sometimes happens, and usually I recommend don't use that thread. However, I was already committed to it because I liked it. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is start stitching out the design. And like I said, I'm going to start in the color and we'll talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and stitch most of this off camera because it's going to take 123 minutes. Well, that was at the slow speed. Let's see what happens when I speed this up. 72 minutes. That's still a long stitching time. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch all of this part, and this one's got quite a bit. The whole design has 42,573 stitches. The background itself was almost 10,000, is 9,800 stitches just for this loose background, but I think it's really pretty, and I do like the way it turned out. So I'm going to now put black thread in, and I'm going to be stitching the lettering. And again, I'm going to stitch this off camera because this is like, because it's like looking at paint dry. I will be back. Okay, here's finished stitching out the lettering here and around. The next color is going to be a beige color for the face and the hands, and it's already threaded. I wish it stitched that fast. Yeah, I'm going to finish stitching this off camera and I will be back with the next color. All right, next is going to be black, which is going to give us a little bit of detail work and the legs. Again, I will start to stitch this out and then I will finish again off camera. Next is the green for the leprechaun's little outfit, as well as the shamrocks. And I will see you soon as it's done. All right, now it's stitching the like a burnt orange for the leprechaun shoe. All right, and next is the beard, which I'm using a silver color. Actually, I'm using a silver twister tweed. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. The last color I used was this twister tweed. It's like a silver color. but it's silver and like a dark silver and a light silver together. And what it does is it's giving the beard, gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, then the next color is white for the white of the eyes. And next is black to do the detail work in the belt for the leprechaun. Okay, and last but not least is going to be the gold metallic thread for the leprechaun's belt buckle. I still have the metallic needle from before, so I didn't change out the needle, but I have lowered the tension and slowed the machine down to do this last gold belt buckle on the leprechaun's belt. Okay. I hope you like this design. If you would like a copy of this design, then send me an email at waltzquilt@yahoo.com and I'll be happy to send it to you. So this time I'm using the Robeson Anton thread, and it's actually doing a lot better than that Madeira. I think the Madeira was just a little bit too old, and that happens. All right, and this design is done. So here's the finished design. So what I will do is remove the fabric from the hoop. I'm going to square it down to the size of my calendar insert, and I'm just going to serge the edges of it, and then it'll be ready to use. March's calendar insert is finished, and I just serged the edges and it's all done. It turned out really cute. Okay, so now this just fits inside. Tuck it in under the flaps. There you go. And we are ready for another month. And the calendar top is finished. Now, if you're interested in digitizing it yourself in I will be right back and I will show you how I digitize this using the Brilliant software. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to digitize this. So what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and share my screen. I've opened up the Brilliance and I'm going to select the hoop that I want to use. So I am looking here. I want to use the, probably the 200 by 200, which is about 8 inches by 8 inches. And that's the hoop that I'm going to use. And let me make this screen so that I can see the whole hoop. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is let's go ahead and put in our lettering. So I am going to, first of all, I need to open a Word document. So this isn't a Word document, and this is what I want to write. So first of all, I'm going to take this and highlight it and right click and copy. And I'm going to go back to the other here. All right, so I am going to put in lettering. So I'm in the create mode, which is this little thing that looks like the little half circle with like a piece of pie. So I have that already selected. And so what I want to do is I want to hit the lettering key, which is right up here. Okay, and I'm going to tell it I want to do circular lettering. Okay. Now, I'm going to, first of all, I'll pick the font. I think I would like to use the condensed font. I want something a little smaller. This is pretty big. And I'm going to, over here in the text, I'm going to write in here what I want to do. Okay, and paste. And then I'll hit the enter key. All right, it's too big. Okay. But there's certain things you can do with this. Like, this is fun. This is not what I wanted to do, but I thought this was interesting that you take your radius and over here underneath and you bring it in. You can actually make your letters go into a spiral. Don't want to do that here, but I want a fairly decent opening. And that's a little on the big side. So I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to hit the select key and I'm going to make this smaller. And I'll use my arrow keys to move it up and down. See, that's big enough. I don't want it much bigger than 8 inches by 8 inches. Maybe just in a little bit more, not much. There we go. Hey, I want this to rotate in another direction. So this little key over here, which is up in the corner, that is a little blue circle. I'm going to turn this. That's going to rotate it. I kind of want it over here because I want to start reading over there, and it's not quite in the center. Maybe a little further down. Okay, looks good. All right. Let's see, I might want to make that a little bit smaller. Let me make that radius a little smaller. Oop, too far. Maybe, come on, just a little bit. Still too. There, about like that. I want to fit in 3 shamrocks into here. Okay, so I need to put in some more lettering and put in an inner ring. So I'm gonna come over here. First, I'm going to go back to the other screen here. And I'm going to select the second part of this phrase. And copy, right click copy. All right, now I can go ahead and close that. Okay, I went back to the brilliance where we were, and then over here in this text, I'm going to highlight that ABC over here and right click and paste. So I have now the next one. Okay, it's way too big. Okay, so I need to bring that in quite a bit. So let's smaller. And let's see if it's sort of in the way. Getting there, we'll just sort of center it a little bit. I'm going to close that gap a little bit, which is right here, that gap. So I'm going to go to radius and make that a little smaller. Oops, I don't want to too much. There we go. All right, that's about right. So I'm going to now use my oops. I want to back out. I didn't know you could use the arrow keys. I'm using the arrow keys to control that radius. So anyway, I'm going over here, and now I need to move it, sort of center it. Again, that's sort of centered in the other ring, and then I'm going to turn that blue, rotate it. And it's a little off, so we scoot it down a bit. Okay. All right, I like the way the lettering looks. Here I have the ability to change the color. I could change the color of these letters over here, and I could make it a different color. Let's make it whatever, it doesn't matter. They're green. And okay. And so now the letters are a little bit different color, or I could make it any color. Okay, a bit more. Okay, now I want to bring in the other designs. So I've already have these digitized. The leprechaun came from something I did years ago, and actually so did the shamrock. So these are things I had digitized in the past. So, but I want to use them again. So I am going to go up here to File. I'm going to merge the stitch file. Okay, that means I'm going to bring in something else. And let me find it here. It is under, let's see, where is it? Club calendar, March. Here's my leprechaun. And I'll hit import. Okay, there's my leprechaun. And there he is. So I'm going to move him in the center. Center him like I like it. And then I'm going to merge in again. Merge the stitch file. This time, where is it? March, okay. And here, actually I have 2 shamrocks. Doesn't matter. Oh, one is a BE file, one is a working file. So this PES is what I want. Okay, and it's height, whoops, undo. I want that little shamrock. Okay, so I clicked on the side because I couldn't find it, and now I can move it. And I'll move this one. Oh, say over here. And I want to copy, paste. Now I have two. Okay, there we go. Here's my other one. And I want to make this one a little bigger and maybe rotate it. And I'm going to paste again. So now I have three. And maybe I'll make this and I'll flip this one. So I'll use this is the flip key. All right. And that's how I want it. All done. So wasn't that easy? It was very easy. So then I would just go to File up here, File, and it's best to save as a stitch and a working file. Remember you saw the BE file? That was the working file. So if I save this, and I'm going to go save as, and I'll save it in the same place. I'm going to leave it as new shamrock, I'll call it. New insert or something. Okay. Now, if we were to go to open a file, you'll see it. Open file. And here's the March, and there's the files I have here. New insert. This one is the BE file. And the one that says new insert with the little flower. That's the new PES file. Now, mine have a flower. That's because the reason it has a flower is because I have palette on my computer. You will only see that blue flower when you got palette 11 installed on your computer. Otherwise, it's going to look just like it'll look differently. Okay, so if you have any questions, then send me an email at waltzquilt@yahoo.com, and I hope you have a good time making your insert. Make it however you like it, and I will see you guys next month. Bye. Okie doke. Any questions? If you have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself, because I muted everybody while it was running. So, anyone have a question? Okay. Huh?
Good, it was good.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is making this woven basket. And this was a trip. I had a good time making this, and it now I'm waiting for the Terry Easter Bunny to bring me some stuff like a chocolate bunny for the inside before the Easter kitty takes over. And she's been eyeing it like she wants to sit in it, like no, and with a cat, if I fit, I sit. So she's trying to get it. So anyway, this was a lot of fun to do. I got the inspiration from one of the YouTube videos. There's a guy called Mr. Domestic, and he's no longer doing a podcast. He stopped about a year ago, but he's really funny. But he did one that's all glued together, but when you use the fabric glue, you have to do a part, let it sit overnight. Do another part, let it sit overnight. I'm not doing that. So I used a little bit of fusible web instead, and I did use some glue, but not a whole lot. So I will run that video for you, show you how I did it, and hopefully, and I'm glad that I'm starting to record these because this took all day to do. You don't want to sit here and watch me for a whole day. Good Lord, no. So also all the things that go wrong, I edited them out. So, okay, let me get it running, and Easter basket and share screen. There we go. This one's if you missed this one, this is on YouTube. 7 strips wide, 5 strips deep and about 4 strips to 5 strips high. So for this, I cut like 15 to 20 of these. These are 1-inch wide strips of fast to fuse or something like that. It's a heavy interfacing, kind of like Timtex, but it's got a fusible on both sides. So I've cut about, and it's about 21 inches wide. So I cut about 20 strips. I may need more, we'll see. I'm going to use 3 different types of fabric. I'm going to use this to make the bottom of the basket and this to do the sides of the basket. So I'm picking 3 different fabrics, about a half a yard each. So this is the one I'm going to make the handle out of, and the 7 that goes on the 7. So I have cut 4 strips 2.5 inches wide. For the part that goes around, I'm cut another 6 strips 2.5 inches wide. And then for the short side, I have used this fabric again, 2.5 inches wide, and I only cut like 3 of them. Okay, so, oh, another thing you're going to need is I have a piece of foam core that I have just put just a grid in, just a crosshairs in the center, a little, about a 1/2 inch off center. So I'm going to use this to help me line it up when I start to weave the strips. So the first thing we need to do is that we need to take all of these and press 1/4 inch and just press all these. Okay, and after you press them, actually you can press both sides. Okay, because mine is a little bit too narrow. So what you do is you take your strip, or take your long strip, cut your selvage edges off and cut it in half. And then it's just wide enough to go on this small strip. So what I do is this, okay, I lay, this is double, it's got fusible on both sides. So I'm going to lay my iron to the side like this, because I just want it to barely come over. Okay, and just stick it down. Don't touch that iron to anything but the fabric. Come along, keep going, and just roll it up so that it's just barely touching. And see, now that's stuck. That's fused. And I'll finish this strip. I'll do it on speed. Okay. Then I will turn it over, and I'm going to pull it. I'll start it at one end, and I'm just going to go about halfway and fuse. But I've got it nice and pulled nice and tight. And then one more pass, because now I'm going to turn over this right to the edge. And then press this down. Now this is the handle piece, okay? So I've come to the end here. Okay, so because this is the handle and this part's going to be underneath. So what you're going to do is just simply butt one up against the other and just seal it in and just keep on going. If you are not intending on doing any of the stitching on the basket, then you could actually just go ahead and start weaving after you have these strips done. However, I would like it to be a little more firm, so I'm going to give this an edge stitch. Actually, I'm going to use like a nice blanket stitch to give it a little bit of a decorative edge on it. Or you could use any decorative stitch. And I will meet you at the machine. I forgot to turn the camera on. Okay, so now I have made all my strips. I have made 7 of what I call the short greens. In other words, I took the fabric from selvage to selvage and it's cut in half. So I'm going to lay these in place. I have my foam core and it has a crosshair right through the middle of it. Although I have offset it by a 1/2 inch. Actually, the center is right here. I am placing these on the grid so that the part with the seam is facing towards me. 2. Once I have one set up, I can do them all. 3. Then I'm going to pin this one in place. Pin it on either side. So that it's relatively straight. Put these on either side. So once you have one in the middle, you want to put them about 1/8 of an inch apart. I'm just pinning into the foam core. I've also got a pressing mat behind here also. 3, so a 3 on either side of it. Go. Now I'm going to start with the one that is the handle. And the handle. 3, 1, 2, 3, up right here. Okay, here's the center. Where is the center here? Put in the middle, right there. Okay. Just gonna enter. I'm going to put this under here. And under here. You want to get this first one right. Okay. Get this right in the middle. Then you want to cut little 1/2 inch pieces of steamacine and get a tweezer. And I'm going to slip this under. Put this one under here. And this under here. Okay. Put them nice, and then take your iron, and you want to have the steam on it, if at all possible, and heat set this down. Give it a good press, like at least a good 10-15 second press to adhere the adhesive. And I'm going to do the other side. This goes under here. Under here. Then you just heat set them down. And now this first row, I usually will just pin the whole row in. Mostly because this first one is the most unstable. It'll get more stable as you start to add the rows. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to put in opposite. I want to find the middle, and I didn't do that before, so I'm just going to take the ends, scoot it down a little bit. Okay, make sure that goes in nice and straight, or as straight as possible. Then I'm going to pin this end back down. Okay. Slip in the little pieces of steamacine under these rows. You don't have to use steamacine. Actually, if you like, you can use a glue. You know, like Aleene's glue, or any fusible web, any kind of glue, E6000 glue, liquid stitch, any of these types of glues. And once again, once you get these nice and straight and pushed as close together as possible, they're not going to go right up against each other, but as long as they're close up, then I'm going to set this down. About a good 10, depends on, read the manufacturer on the fusible, or if you're using Aleene's glue, you need to leave it overnight. If you're using E6000 glue, only a few minutes will be fine. Any of these be fine. This is only temporary anyway, because you're going to get more stability as you sew the outer perimeter. Okay, and then I'm going to put the 5 rows, so 2 will go here and 2 more will go here. Okay, and then we'll stop after it's woven, then we will stop and do a little bit more sewing. So I will be right back as soon as I have woven all of these together. All right, I have woven all of the strips, and I even had a few extra strips, so I just decided to make this square instead of rectangular, just because I had those extra strips. So now we're going to get ready to weave the sides, but before we do that, I need to go to the sewing machine. And I'm going to stitch all the way around, just a straight stitch along the edges, just to secure everything down. Now, if you use the glue, then you don't really need to do that. That you will be fine with just gluing it. But if you have glued it, let it sit overnight before you go to this next step. Okay, I have finished this outer edge. I have stitched around the edge so that it's nice and secure. I need to carefully measure this length. And let's see, they come out to be, let's see, 7 3/4. That one is a little more, so I would say 7 7/8 for an average. And 7 7/8. And 7 7/8. So, and that makes a total of 31.5 inches. I'll probably give it an extra, maybe 1/4 inch. So I'll make it 31 3/4. I'm giving it an extra 30, an extra 1/4 of an inch to go around the corners. So I need to measure all of these at 31 3/4 inches. So what I did was I went ahead and prepared the the side strips the same way I did before, where I have just folded it over and did the edge stitching with that shell stitch on the edge. So it's finished exactly the same. So now I need to measure this at 31 3/4 inches. Need to get chalk. 31 3/4 inches. Comes out to be right here. Okay, and I am going to simply cut it straight across. I'm going to take these 2 ends on the inside, and let me make this a nice good cut. And I'm going to butt these up one against the other and zigzag them together with a simple zigzag about a 2 millimeter wide. Probably make it fairly thick. So I will be right back. Okay, now I've got it just simply zigzag together. Now I need to mark it. So I know this one is going to go up. Okay, so I'm going to want to hide that seam there. So I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to mark a corner. Now I'm going to measure 7 7/8 from each of these corners. There we go. There's one. So I know where the other corner goes. And 7 7/8 here. Here. I'm marking all of them. And let me check this last side. So I'm going to start with the side that does not have the handle, just because that makes it easier. And where's that piece? Here it is. Okay, I'm going to start to put this together. I'm going to put this here and up. First one is the hardest to do. Okay. This one goes under. Actually, I think pins would be easier. Just to stab it in, and this one comes out. And I didn't hold. Okay, I'm pinning this. There. And this and pin this one. Pins. Clips I'll use in a minute. I just need to pin this for now. This one goes over top. That's a good one. Here. This goes under. Cut the other ones. I want to make sure that they're all going to fit okay. So as long as I get the bottom one done. What was that? That's good. Okay. And I'm going to now go over to this side. Opposite side, right? Be the same on this side. So I'm going to come over here. This one is an out. It should be the same as the one opposite. That one's out, this one's out. So every other one, I'm just going to put them inside. I have the one taped in, okay? So get on this side. Right, this one is an in. It looks kind of rough right now. Okay. So that actually, I'm just going to sort of leave that in there loosely, and I just want to determine if this fit is right. Because it may be too loose. We will see. No, I think it's, and you can tell because I'm just going to pin this right here. On the corners. Those work. In the corners. I just want to check this by pinning it. Actually, this fits pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to measure all of them at 31 3/4. I have 2 more. And I'm going to decide if we're going to make it 3, or actually it's going to be 4. So these first 3 go like this. Then there'll be another one for the top. And I think that's going to be plenty tall enough. Okay, and now we're ready for the next round. All righty, so I'm going to again, let's see, this one's going to go opposite. I'm going to start on the side without the handle. It makes it a little less confusing. Okay, so. Okay, I'm going to go to this next to the last one. Within. And then this goes inside. I pin it. I mean, this is only tentative. Good here. All right, I'm going to do the opposite side. And I have made a mark where it's supposed to go. Here we go. That's going to go here. So this is going to go. Nope, inside. Okay, this goes in. There it is. I found the same spot, a corner. So it told me where to go. I'm not going to worry about smushing these down yet. Until I get all of them in. Okay, this one. And here. And here. Okay. And now this side. This. So now I can start to adjust these a little bit. Can move and adjust the pins. Especially on the ends. Mostly I think I'm just going to pin the corners here. I said we'd get the corners and the rest seem to follow. And then I will put the next round on. Same thing. I found if you just mark the opposite, you'll be fine. Or just marking a mark here for the opposite side, and I'm just going to pick a spot. And usually I'm going to pick it on like the first place it goes under. That's got one, so it doesn't have it. I'll try this side. Right here, I will. This one is going to go like that, so I will put this in this corner right here. Corner one. Straighten all that out. This one goes under. Okay. And now this, I'll go to the opposite corner here. And I will put this mark right there under the center of the corner. Actually, I think that makes a nice size handle. What do you think? I think that makes a nice size handle here. So we'll do the handle at the very end. Okay, I'm going to adjust all of these, get them all just right, pull them all, pin them all, and then we'll take care of the top. And see, it's starting to take shape. All right, that's going to be the handle, and then I'll get these secured in just a bit. We have one more row to go. So as I tighten these and get them all nice and square, then I will be back when I'm ready to start the top. Okay, to prepare this for the very top layer, which is going to be another double row of pink. But what we want to do first is I want to transfer all these pins to the inside over here. Okay, then I'm going to take a straight stitch. I'm going to go to the machine and working one side at a time. I'm just going about a ½ inch above. I'm going to push these together as close together as I can and sew each side separately, back tacking at each of the corners. Okay, so I have started right here at this end. I'm going to grab these pins as they come. You're going to leave these straight and just stitch. Normal stitch length, straight stitch. This will just link them together. Remember, I'm only worried about one side at a time. Once I come to this edge, I'm going to just back tack it. This is standing up nice and straight. Okay, and I take sure I have all these pins out. So again, I'm going to position this. And I have to smush it, I have to smush it. It's okay. And the second side is done. And see, that's holding it together. Oh, but okay, so I'm going to do the other two sides off camera. I have already just stay stitched all these together. So what I'm going to do now is that I do want to glue this. This top layer is going to get glued down. So wherever I see, I'm just using ordinary Elmer's glue. You can use the washable school glue, but I'm just going to use regular. Don't use a whole lot. But fabric needs extra time to glue together. So here's the top. I'm going to just fold this down over top of it. And I'm going to clip it in place. Okay, same thing with this one. I'm just going to reach inside, put a little maybe about the size of, I don't know, just, I'll show you in a minute. Wipe any excess off, although it will dry clear. Okay, and fold it over and clip it. I'm really not going to use any more than that much glue, just a tiny bit, not a whole lot. I want it to seep through both sides. So where that is sewn, I have to look on the inside, pull it open, and just put in a tiny bit of glue, fold it over, and clip or pin. I'm going to do that all the way around, and I'm going to leave it overnight. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't glue the handle sections, just do all the other sections. Here's my basket. I let it dry overnight and I had glued the top. So today we're going to be ready to put the top band on and my handles, and then this will be done. So what I want to do is to prepare 2 more strips of the same banding that we use this, or you could pick a different one. The same with 31 3/4 long by 2.5 inches wide. And I have my little 1-inch strips. And I'm going to need 2 and a little bit more, because remember, they have to be pieced. I'm going to seam this. So I'm going to put these right sides together, because this is going to be both the inside and the outside of the band on the top. So I'm going to seam this and sew a 1/4 inch seam along this long edge. Okay, here I pressed it open, and from the wrong side. I actually cut it about 1/2 inch longer. I think I cut it 32.25 inches, so that I could have a 1/4 inch seam, so I could join these at the end. But I want to go ahead and attach this stuff. I'm going to start right at that line, right at the 1/4 inch line. I'm going to use an old piece of the paper from the seam seam to press it into place. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to press about 1/8 of an inch away from the seam line. And I'm just going to press this down using the steam. Time. I'll be right back as soon as I am done fusing this down. All right, I have fused one side down. Now I had to piece it right about here. Had to piece it right here where one ended. So on this opposite side, I don't want the piecing part to be at the same spot. I want it to be in a different spot. So what I'm going to do is start at this end on the opposite side, again sewing that just fusing that 1/8 of an inch from the end, fuse it down. And this one takes 15 seconds about each time. Here, be careful not to get this on the iron. And then I will come back and show you what to do next. Again, that's about 1/8 of an inch from there's a seam right down the center here. So I'm going to fuse this here. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, and that's good and fused down. And then I also fused it from the right side of the fabric, putting the press cloth on the bottom. I didn't stretch it as tightly as I did on these pieces, but you want them nice and fused. So this will be rather quick. Just be sure not to touch the other side until you're done and fuse it. Okay. Now the other side. I'm not worried about turning the other end in like we did on the straps, on the circular straps, because of the fact that this is the inside of the top edge. So it's not necessary. I'm going to now stitch about about an eighth of an inch away, or a little scant quarter of an inch on either side, here, on all 4 edges. But one edge, I've decided I want to put lace on here. So I thought it would be cute to use this eyelet lace that I have. And I'm just going to stitch this right up underneath here as I sew that line down. So I probably am going to glue base this on here first. All right, here is my outer top band all finished. So I top stitched it here, 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 and here. And this is actually going to, we're going to cheat. We're not going to sew this on. We are simply going to glue it in place using a glue gun or the Aleene's glue or liquid stitch or something, but it will look like you've sewn it. And especially with that lace. So the first thing I need to do is everything except for the handles. Don't touch the handles. You want to cut these off about an inch above where the top band is. And chop them all off. It's like cutting hair. Okay, I'd rather have it you cut not enough off than too much. So leave it at about an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch high. Now, you have to decide where you're going to put this seam, and I'm going to put my seams right here at the handles. So I'm going to mark this in half. Okay. Then I'm going to start placing it. Now I'm going to turn it right sides out. And the side without the lace, I'm just going to
Wrong sides out.
Okay. And I want this. So this is going to be like right here. And I'm going to just pin it for now because I'm going to get the glue gun out in a few minutes. And we're going to glue this in place. And it's just like we're weaving, but we're going to stay all on the inside this time. I'm not pinning them all, I'm just pinning some. Like every other one. The opposite side of the handle on the other side. Because this one is square. If you have a rectangular one, that's going to be a little bit different. Pin that there. So this is what it's sort of going to look like on the inside, but I'm going to glue that in a minute. And then after that's glued down, then we will glue the other side down. And just to get an idea what it's going to look like, it's going to look like this. And once it's glued down, you don't have to sew it again. If you want to, hey, be my guest, I would stitch right on top, but it's not going to be necessary. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is heat up my glue gun. Okay, now my glue gun is hot. So what I'm doing is I'm starting over by one of the handles. And every one I'm going to like reach in because you don't want to burn yourself. Make sure you're using a glue that, if you're using a glue gun, make sure it's one that's compatible with fabric. Okay. Squash it till it's cool. You won't burn your fingers because there's plenty of padding here. Okay, the next one. You want to glue as close to this. Let me see. You want to glue as close to this line as you can, right here, along the bottom edge, but don't want it to seep out the other side. So let's put a little glue here, set it in place, hold it for a second. Okay, and I'm gonna remove the pins as I come to them. Oh, this one I didn't pin. Okay, that's fine. I'm not doing the strap just yet. That's pretty sturdy. Okay, move that pin over here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna do them all except for the handle first. Okay, I'm back where I started. Now I'm ready to fold this down, but first I'm going to remove the pin. I'm going to get my seam ripper. I'm not going to cut anything, but I'm going to unstitch this area just a little bit, just enough to get the strap through. I'm going to find stitching line and carefully unstitch that just a little. Keep pulling it till you can get that strap through. Okay, that should be far enough. Let me make sure we can get this through. Yep, but before I pull it, I'm going to give this a little bit of glue. There, hold it down. There. All right, do the same thing on the other side.
Charles.
This is good. This is now ready to flip over. So just fold it over.
She's got this on mute. Yeah, you can bring it to me.
There.
She's
All
got
right. Now, could I leave it? Yeah, probably. However, no, I'm going to actually come in here with the glue gun, just starting at one corner and just sealing this edge down. Want to work quickly. Yeah. Seal that edge. See, it's not coming out. Oh, this is awesome. And I don't have to top stitch this because I did it ahead of time. And I'm not getting burned. This is probably the first time I've ever done anything with a glue gun where I have not gotten burned. And you can be generous with the glue gun because it's gonna all be inside. That is well glued. Might want to press the edges or just take a clip. Not a wonder clip, it's got to be some a little more substantial. And square these edges, or either that or take it to the iron, give it a good steam press to square off these edges. And this is done except for the handle. So now we have to determine how big do you want this handle? Okay. I think I want it like that, but one layer of this Timtex is too flimsy. So I am going to go cut another strip of Timtex and the pink, because now we're going to finish this off. So determine how big you want it. I'll be right back. Okay, here's my strap, my inner strap is what I call it. And I have top stitched everything to the wrong side, the side that's got the seam. On the basket side, since I'm putting these together, I'm going to take one end and I'm going to top stitch this towards the top side. The other one I'm going to top stitch downward. So that, see, this one's going up. This one will go down. Okay, I'm not gonna put them together. I'll show you what I'm gonna do in a minute. Okay. On the part of the handle where it's top stitched towards the top. Okay, that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to sort of fit this right, slide it right inside, okay? And if I have to, I will just put a little bead of glue in there, not much, just enough to hold the ends. You can stitch this down if you like, you don't have to. This is mostly to hide the top. And then you want to take something and just stuff it in there. And just stuff it inside. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to just start taking some glue and carefully going up a little bit at a time. Okay. All right. All right, now I'm just going to glue all of the rest. Except for right near the end, I'll leave too much glue. Okay, okay. Don't do the very top. Okay, do the same thing on this side. Again, I'm going to stuff it inside. Give it a little bit of glue. Not much. Just enough to hold the ends. Okay. And again, I'm going to start to glue. I just do a little at a time. Match these up. Okay. All right, this is turning out nice. Now, before I go too far, I know exactly. See on this top now, I know exactly how far it's going to go over, so I can do the rest of this piece. Okay. And then finish this. Okay. And now the center. And it overlaps, and that's okay. You could make it so that it meets, but I don't think it looks nice. I think it looks better if you just let it overlap. So I'm gonna, come on, add another glue. Okay. Probably use my wonder clips to hold it. Hold it really good until it cools off. And I think I'll just put a nice bow over the top here. That is a nice, I like it, the handle doubled because it stands up. It'll hold a lot of weight because this one strap goes all the way underneath. So this should be able to hold quite a bit of weight. So there we have it. It's done. So anyway, I like this. This has been fun. Oh, here's the basket. Finished. I do like the way it turned out. If you have any questions, then send me an email at waltzquilt@yahoo.com. And I will see you next month for club. You're also welcome to join me on Thursday nights for our Thursday night mini classes. If you want an invitation to participate in our Zoom classes, send me an email request and I'll send you the link. If not, you can always watch us on our Facebook page, which is So Easy Sewing LLC Virginia, and I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week, or if not, I'll see you next month for club. Have a good week and happy Easter. That's my living room, my dining room. Okay, any questions? Oh, you can, you guys need to unmute because I had it muted for the thing. Oh, we have somebody who came in.
Beautiful
Oh,
basket.
yeah, came back in.
Thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful.
So it was fun to do. It
Well
took
done.
longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, it's okay. Coming up, we have next Thursday night, we're gonna be doing a rope Easter basket, which I've got a variation. We did the rope basket a couple weeks ago. This is sort of expands on that, where this is gonna have handles and it's got some fabric on there, but it's a lot easier than all that silly wrapping. Okay, the 23rd, we have wing needle embroidery, so we're gonna talk about doing embroidery with the wing needle. The 30th, we're gonna do paper pasting basics. And then on the 6th of April, we have how to design your own paper piecing pattern. And then next month for club, we're gonna be doing a Bargello quilt. So we'll be filming making a Bargello quilt. And then you guys will see the speeded up version. So that is all I have for you guys. You have anything else other than don't forget, if you want to attend the luncheon on the 22nd, then either email me or Jane. And if you want to be put on the email list for the So Creative Club, has an email list that we are sharing names, phone numbers, and email addresses. If you don't want that information, then, either just do email and say, don't put a phone number. It's up to you. Send that information to me and we'll get that list together. We had started it, if you came in later, we started it at the last in-person meeting that we had when was it, August, I believe. And then they've been talking to each other on it. There's maybe about 15 people on that list, but if you want to be included and let everybody on that list know your phone number and your email address, then let me know, because I can't share emails with anyone else unless you let me. So okay, and then like on the 22nd, we're going to meet at Madigan's again. If you want to go, it'll be 11 o'clock. Let me or Jane know.
We have 4
Yeah.
people coming already.
Yeah, huh?
We have 4 people
Oh,
signed up.
now I'm gonna bring the quilt that you guys, the quilt blocks that made, I'll bring it so everybody can see it. I showed it a couple weeks ago at club, but I will bring it so everybody can take a look at it. I just absolutely love it. So, okay, so anybody have anything? And we're good. Facebook, if you participated here, I will send you the recording. Some people on the Facebook page were saying they were having trouble with the sound. So I will send you the recording of the meeting, and that will be one that please don't share it, because we talk about prices and stuff like that, which is a no-no for Baby Lock. So, but that doesn't go on the public forum. So I will send you the private link to it so you can watch it again if you like. If you just want to watch the lessons are on my YouTube page, on my YouTube channel, which is So Easy Quilts. It's SOEASYQUILTS. That and all of the Thursday nights are there as well. So, okay, so you guys have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and don't forget
just-
we changed clocks.
I just want to show you something that I talked about the other time about finish a runner for the winter, for the fall. But I just want to show you.
Okay, let's see, where are you? Let's see, let me find you. There we go. Okay, here, let me put it front and center. Oh, that turned out beautiful.
Beautiful.
Did I show you pieces that I cut and that
Yeah,
was my first runner? that I
wow,
made. So I am very excited.
that is gorgeous.
Thank you. I
I
just want to
love
show you. I
that.
just want to share that with you guys.
Oh, yeah, does anyone else have anything else you wanted to show? Okay, and I will, okay, I guess that's it for everybody. I will see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Miss Jerry, I miss you in the shop.
I know, well, come on the 22nd.
The 22nd, can you send me more information? I think I missed it, and I'm in a loud place, and I don't want to drown your
Okay.
ears.
Me
Okay,
too. Send me the info.
I'll send you an email, so you
Okay,
know it's
send me
me.
an email. Send me an
Okay.
email and I'll
All right,
forward
I
you the
miss you so
information.
much. Okay.
I miss you
Okay.
guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Here.